Hey everybody, and welcome to the second episode of our ZeldaNation Mailbag series, a newly started series here on the Zelda Nation, where we will be taking your Zelda-related questions and answering them in video. Our first question for today comes from Twilight Princess, Lover and Master, and he asks, how long have you been playing Zelda? I have been playing Zelda now for 10 years. I am now 14, so I first picked up a Zelda game when I was, believe it or not, 4 years old. I didn't actually beat the game. It was Ocarina of Time, I'm pretty sure. And my big brother would come home from school every day, and we would play it together. He was actually the one who ended up beating it, because I was 4 years old. I had no clue what was going on. The only reason I really played it was because I thought it was fun. I didn't know the storyline, I didn't know anything, I just played because I thought it was fun. Now, I really started playing Zelda when I was 7, because when I was 7, I remembered how much of a good time I had when I was 4 playing in the game. So now that my brain was more developed, I decided to pop that cartridge into the Nintendo 64 and beat the game by myself, and that's actually what I ended up doing. And then a few years later, I ended up beating Twilight Princess, The Wind Waker, and I think that I actually started becoming a serious fan of the series during The Wind Waker. That's really when I started to love Legend of Zelda with a passion. But yeah, I first picked up a cartridge and played 10 years ago, and I really started becoming into the series about 7, and I'm now 14. Question 2 comes from ZeldaFan02, and he asks, what is your favorite Legend of Zelda weapon of all time? I would have to straight up give it to the Megaton Hammer. It is such an epic weapon. It's so heavy and so big that you can't even equip your shield when you walk around with it. Every time you hit something with it, it literally creates a small earthquake. And it leaves a dent wherever you hit it. It does a lot of damage, it has a cool design, and it is originally found in Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. The Megaton Hammer, all the way. Our third question for today comes from Jeremiah Ritchie, and he asks, what is your favorite Zelda boss, and why? My favorite boss from all of Legend of Zelda would have to go to Galactos from the Ancient Cistern in Skyward Sword, and here's why. It is because it was the most epic boss fight I've ever faced in Legend of Zelda. It was pretty much the equivalent to a final boss. If you've played Skyward Sword, then you're probably nodding your head in agreement right now. And if you're not, then I don't know what the problem was for you. It was epic, it had a good design, it made good usage of the dungeon's item, it had a good design to go along with the dungeon, and it was just straight out amazing. If you haven't yet played Skyward Sword or beat the Ancient Cistern, then I highly advise you to give it a go, because trust me, you will not be disappointed by Galactos. Question number 4 comes from Jacob Murray, and he asks, on Skyward Sword, would you say the Sky Keep was kinda hard? I would say that it was on a scale from 1 to 10, 7. Not the hardest Legend of Zelda dungeon that I've ever been to, but I mean, in the beginning, figuring out everything about the puzzles and, how the dungeon worked was pretty much the only, difficult part. The puzzles weren't very hard, but, overall, average, a little above average. It didn't kill me. It wasn't like the Water Temple, Lake Bed Temple, Great Bay Temple, Stone Tower Temple, for that matter. Difficult, but not throw your controller across the room and scream swear words and cry difficult. And our final 3 questions for today all come from Toad Swag 2. And his first question is, what is your favorite Zelda game? Okay, this is a very difficult question because every single Legend of Zelda game I have ever played were all amazing and gave me an experience that I will never forget. But if I had to narrow it down, it would be between these 4 games. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and last but definitely not least, The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker. All 4 of these games were literally the games of my childhood, and it's probably the reason they come at number 1, just because of the memories and nostalgia aspect of them. I definitely wouldn't say that it's I'm being blinded by nostalgia on choosing which game I liked the most, but I mean everything about the games that I just named. I mean the music, the overworld, the characters, the uniqueness, everything about the game, those 4 games I love. So yeah, if I had to narrow it down, it would definitely be between those 4 games. Toadswag 2's second question is, why Link don't talk? I honestly have no clue. If I had to give my best guess, it would be because of irony. As you know, Link is kind of a small guy in most games. I mean, given the exception of Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess. So, they kind of just wanted to make it ironic. Like, take a small, shy guy and then make him the hero of the world. I mean, yeah, that's like the definition of irony. But yeah, if I had to give my best guess, that would be the reason why. And our final question for today, and also our final question from Toadswag 2 is, got another game you like? For example, Sonic, Mario, Five Nights at Freddy's? Yeah, definitely. I play Mario. I play some Minecraft, not a lot of Minecraft, but just a little bit. I play Pokemon and Super Smash Brothers. Believe it or not, I actually just got done in the past few days packing on hours of Mario 64. I've been playing some modded Minecraft, Pokemon's a big game in my books, and same with Super Smash Bros. But yeah, those are pretty much the only 4 games that I have in my gaming life outside of Zelda. But as you all know, Zelda all the way. 100% everything Zelda. Zelda, Zelda, Zelda. Zelda's the only game that I would say that I love with a passion. The Legend of Zelda. Yes. So everybody, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It would sure help me out. Also, be sure to tell me whether you thought the first mailbag or the second mailbag was better and why. I just want to know if I have any mistakes or any mistakes that I should fix up or anything like that. So be sure to tell me. Also, don't forget to leave a question of your own so that we can start making mailbag episode 3 sooner. Remember, the more questions, the more videos, and the more videos, the more views, and the more views, the more uploads. So, remember, be sure to send in a question of your own in the comment section below or by Google Forms. You can actually find the form in the description below, along with my Facebook, Twitter, Blogspot, and Google Plus accounts. So, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to leave a question of your own, and subscribe. See you in episode 3.